So this is my beautiful family. And I know what you're thinking before you even say it. Boy, did he marry up. And you're right, because she is fine. And she's way out of my league. That's my beautiful wife of 15 years, Dawn. It's my son, Dalen, who's at FSU, which I can't stand. Go Gators. But make no mistake about it, the ringleader of this crew is my son, Terrell, the youngest. I'm telling you, this kid is so full of energy, and he is as extroverted as they come. I'm talking about he never meets a stranger. When he was younger, we would go to high school basketball games and get to the payment counter. And just as we got there, Terrell would zoom by, and we would nod to the attendee, yes, we're paying for him. And by the time we got inside the gym, the next words we heard were, Mom, can Eric spend the night? And who's Eric? Him. Okay, well, first of all, no. Secondly, Terrell, where do we know Eric from? School? Because we're thinking we missed a kid somewhere along the way from all the activities that he participates in. No, silly, we just met. He's actually the inspiration behind a lot of the work that I do in the realm of education. We had a roller coaster of a ride with this kid in school. When he was in kindergarten, we got called to a parent-teacher conference. I'm thinking, what is it? What could we have to talk about? It's kindergarten. My wife goes to the meeting. She's there with a teacher and the administrator. And the teacher says, Terrell is amazing. Everybody loves Terrell. He even has a handshake with the janitors. And he's doing really, really well in school. And my wife was wondering, well, why are we here? She said, I can't stop him from using his wrestling voice. I think it's important that we recognize that Terrell was very obsessed with WWE at the time. But my wife is sitting there like, they got me off my job to come in here. I'm going to show them what should have happened. All you need to do is use your voice, and you get in line. Terrell, is it true that you're here at the school using your wrestling voice for the teacher to ask a question? Terrell says, yes. Fast forward to third grade. Terrell was diagnosed with ADHD, and I'm sure I had ADHD when I was a kid. My parents just didn't care. He had this innate desire to be tapping on something all the time. He would be listening to you. He could hear what you're saying. He could repeat back everything that you said, but he had to be fidgeting with something. Well, this inability to sit still started to be a distraction to the teacher, and I can understand that. So that started us with a long line of meetings, weeks and months with the teacher and the dean and meeting with the vice principal. When finally our journey ended with an email that was sent to us that cut my wife and I to our core. The end of this email sent by the teacher said this, I have run out of options of what I can do for your child. Now, after taking that initial blow, I started to have some empathetic thoughts. There's only two reasons why I got that email. One, she was ill-equipped to handle a kid like mine. Or two, she had lost her passion and desire for what she does. Now, if she was ill-equipped, that was on her leaders. But if she had lost her passion and desire for what she did, well, that was on her and her leaders. Well, I found out that she had been doing her job for over 14 years, so I have to believe that there was a certain amount of professional development that happened that was in association with behavioral issues and their association with ADHD. So what happened? When we start our journeys into our careers, there's a feeling of excitement that puts us on the edge of every moment. It drives our creative thoughts. The mind of exploration and cutting-edge experimentation are at their peak. We make vision boards about all the lives that are going to be changed because they get to experience the passion that is on the inside of us. We can't wait to work with like-minded individuals. That moment is called anticipation, and it is the passion pill. See, anticipation is the expectation of positive events happening in the future. It is your belief that something good is going to happen. It is the thought that you're going to experience something new. Now, you remember that woman that we were talking about a little bit earlier that said, I married up and was out of my league, and you guys agreed with me? This is her. Every day I come home, this is what I see. I'm telling you, I'm thinking, what is it that you could need? I came home one day in particular, and there was a singular package sitting at the door. And I went and got that one package, and I brought it inside, and I put it on the bar top. I opened the package, and it was Q-tips. And I was thinking, well, maybe she found a deal on Q-tips. And I'm good with that, so I went upstairs to spend some time with Terrell. I heard her come in a little bit later, heard the grocery bags rattling on the counter. All of a sudden I hear, "Who opened my box?" I peeked over the balcony and I said, well, I opened the box. She said, "And why did you open it?" I said, well, I pulled my pants up and stuck my chest out. And I said, well, I opened it because the box had my name on it. The online shopping account is in my name. And the box was at my address. So I opened it. She looked up at me and she said, "But did you order anything?" No, I did not. I did not order anything. She looked up top at that balcony and she squinted and pointed and said, "Don't open my box." Now, I'd like to get into how I handled the situation and reminded my wife who wears the pants in our relationship, but I've been encouraged by this TEDx team not to talk about events that never happened. But do you think that she was worried about the Q-tips? No, I had robbed her of the opportunity of opening something new. I had robbed her of that moment that she had been looking forward to. In 2017, there was a study done in China called Well-Being and the Anticipation of Future Positive Events. And it revealed that when an individual is anticipating positivity, their prefrontal cortex is activated. Their brains are fully engaged. Not only that, their blood vessels expand. They're receiving more oxygen. This means they're physiologically ready to do more. On top of that, dopamine is rushed to the brain. See, it's not when the event you've been waiting on actually happens that's the peak of excitement. It's right before what you've been waiting for comes to fruition. That's the time that you'll be the most excited. And that is involving that dopamine rush. So I often tell my wife, "Really now, if we're being honest, you're an addict." Her response, "Well, I ain't going to rehab, sir." But what would happen if we could reproduce the stimuli associated with anticipation and point it towards our workplaces? How can we get our CEOs, our managers, and our leaders to leverage the power of anticipation? What gift are they giving to their teams? What is it that they're allowing them to open? I'll tell you. Leaders, your vision and an opportunity to be a part of it is your gift to the world. If you ever want to have a sense of sustained passion in your organization, leaders have to learn how to package their vision in a way that makes team members eager to see results and allow them to open it piece by piece by keeping the vision fresh and celebrating every milestone along the way. I'm not talking about management, because management simply says, what are we doing and how are we doing it? Leadership says, where are you taking me and why are we going there? See, the only thing you need to be a leader is you just need to have followers. But I will submit to you, if you're not going anywhere, if you're not taking your team, your organization, or your community to this other place, this better place, this more innovative place, this more prosperous place, I don't think you deserve to be a leader. So we have to ask ourselves some very, very strong questions. Are my ideas actually pushing the envelope of creativity? Or am I still maintaining the same structure and offering to the community? Are my events predictable? Is there very little effort being put forth towards my all-staff meetings, the time where I should be delivering my I have a dream speech? Are my processes continually being improved based on employee feedback? And what new ways do we have to celebrate our team members based on their efforts? Is the team excited as you get ready to reveal another conquered milestone on the road to our combined efforts? See, if the secret weapon of passion is going to be unveiled, leaders have to be willing to do that work. The problem is, most people that are leaders, that are visionaries, don't even see their visions and dreams as a gift because they're so gifted. It's common to them. The gifts and talents that we're given naturally, the thing is, they're never for us. They're actually for the rest of the world to experience through us. I took a trip one time. I was going to see one of my fraternity brothers. Shout out to the bros. I went to go see this fraternity brother. He had recently gotten his doctorate a few years earlier. And so before I went to go see him, I know he loves caps. When I was going to go see him, I said, you know what, I'm going to get him a gift. I got him these caps in different colors. I got him a gray and white one, a blue and gray one, a black on black one with raised lettering. And all of them just said simply in block lettering, DOC on them. I put them in my bag. So when he picked me up, he and I talked about everything on the road. We talked about the kids. We talked about sports, LeBron and Kobe and everything. I mean, we got a 20-year relationship. But the only thing I was thinking about on this hour-long commute is what his reaction was going to be when he saw what I had in my bag. So we got to his home. He took me upstairs. He showed me the fresh towels and showed me to my room, showed me the Roku TV, and then he told me what time breakfast was going to be the next morning. Just as he got ready to leave the room, I nonchalantly threw that blue and white one on the bed. Yow! He grabbed it. He said, "Oh, my God, bruh," like that. I threw another one on the bed. He grabbed them both in his hand like this. This 6'5" man is jumping up and down, holding these hats like they're the Holy Grail. I threw that black on black one on the bed. He grabbed all three of these hats. This gigantic man is laying on his back on the bed that he freshly made for me, kicking his big feet up in the air. He pops up off the bed, stands up and looks at me in the eye and says, "Nobody knows me like you do." There is no gift that you could ever give me that will be better than that moment. I wonder if your team members feel like that as they bring their gifts to your vision. I wonder how many people out there have imperfect gifts that they brought to you that still feel valued based on the way the leader receives it. Because that's the question that I'm asked the most. Michael, I get the concept. I understand what you're saying. I got it. But what if the gift isn't great? When me and my wife and I were dating, we were on the verge of engagement. But before we got married, she wanted to express to me that she's not a housewife. I want you to know that. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. My wife is extremely clean. She can't go to bed with the dishes in the sink. She likes everything neat and tidy. But she wanted me to know, and I want you to know that she's the only child of an only child. You still think I'm lucky? Yeah, right. But she wanted me to know that she's not going to be in the kitchen cooking all the time. Right? Now, her mom worked for 30 years on a job, and she provided for them, but she was not in the kitchen all the time. So my wife wanted me to know what it was going to be. But I needed her to understand that I came from a family of men who cook. I make my gravy from scratch, baby. I'm not supersizing nothing. I don't have to have it. So you don't need to help me in that area. I'm good. Well, fast forward, we got married some years later, and then we found ourselves so busy with work in our business that we were eating out all the time. And one day I just decided, I was like, listen, I am not eating out, not another second. My kids are not eating one more chicken nugget. I'm done with it. And I decided every day, I don't care how tired I am, I'm coming home and I'm going to cook. I came home on that Monday, because you know everything starts on a Monday. You can't really start your diet and nothing until the Monday. You know, it's illegal to start new things on Wednesday. So I got my groceries. I came in with my bags. I made baked chicken and rice, green beans, cornbread. The kid murdered it. Daddy, this is so good. Tuesday night, I came in. I made cube steak and a little mushroom gravy with I'm getting hungry, with the white rice over the top of it. It was good. Kids murdered it. The next day, it was on Wednesday, I wanted to make something that was going to last 2 nights. I wanted to have leftovers because now Dalen is participating in athletic activities, and he is eating a lot. So I made that baked spaghetti, and it lasted 2 nights. A funny thing happened on Friday. I came in the door, and the house smelled like food. I had my grocery bags, but something was a-brewing. So I came inside, and I saw my wife. I said, "What's going on?" She said, I figured I would cook. I know you're going to be tired or what have you, and I just wanted to go ahead and cook. I said, "Okay, girl." I said, "Okay." So I put my little grocery bags up. First thing I did, I went into my oldest son's room. I said, "Dalen, I don't care what this food tastes like. All I want you to do is say thank you for cooking, Mom. Don't critique the food, boy. Just say thank you, Mom, for cooking. If you don't like it, move your food around on the plate a little bit, and I'll get you a pizza later." We ate the food. We sat there that night. Boy, that rice is so crunchy. The next day she came to me and she said, baby, I noticed my rice didn't quite taste like yours. I was like, for real? She said, no, I didn't think it tasted. Maybe you can show me your recipe, how you do. I mean, if you think that might help, you think that's something you might want to do, I mean, I'm with it. Today, if that same kid that's at FSU finds out that my wife is cooking a meal he likes, he will drive from FSU 2 hours to Gainesville to eat her cooking. She's that good a cook. But I wonder if she would have been that good a cook if I had not received her gift with appreciation instead of received it with criticism. I wonder if she would be that good a cook if I had just said, baby, this rice too crunchy. See, if leaders can learn how to package their gift in a way that makes people, the team members, it's so tangible that people can see it, they can hear it, they can feel themselves already there. If they can also learn how to receive their team members' gifts in a way that says, I see you, you matter, and your gift is valuable, we will have organizations, we will have churches, and even families full of people that are simply saying, I can't wait. Thank you.